Hello, and welcome to Splenda Daddy, guys. I'm your host, Ramon. Glad y'all are joining us again. Right now we have the Suns playing the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. I am losing my shit because never did I think I was going to see these two teams in the Western Conference Finals. But that's not the point today. I'm not going to talk 30 minutes on the same topic all this whole time again. I swear. Scout's honor. First things first, what we're going to talk about is cryptocurrency, I guess. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of having to look and check and check and check and keep on just praying that it goes up, up, up when it doesn't. It just stays at the same points. And I invested in Bitcoin. Excuse me. And it hasn't made me much money. It's only made me like $6 maybe. Then again, I did only invest not too much, but oh well. But yeah, other than that, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, SafeMoon, what else I invested in? Ethereum. I forget what else I invested in, but I do not want to have to keep up with this stuff, man. I just want to be rich. So hopefully this pops off. I can be like Joe Rogan. I can get a Jamie. I would love a Jamie. Jamie, can you pull up that video of those two deers just fucking? Can you pull that up, or can we show that on the pod? That'd be pretty fucking sick if you ask me. But other than that, was the best week for me. Last week I was hospitalized. I went through a diabetic ketoacidosis attack. Sounds very scary, right? It was very scary. Let me tell you about how that went down a little bit. This is going to be quite a long story, so I'm not tripping about it, but let me just go ahead and tell y'all the story. So I had not felt good last Tuesday. Today is the Thursday, the 26th, right? 24th. And I had, again, not felt so good the prior Tuesday. And I went to bed, just, normal. Kind of felt a little sick. Woke up around 4 a.m., put some medications in, because I still felt sick. After that, I woke up the next day. My parents told me, hey, there's a thunderstorm, our AC's out, go sleep downstairs, it'll be cooler. I go downstairs, I sleep on the couch. We had other rooms to sleep in, but I just wanted to sleep on the couch for some reason. I, lay there all night. I woke up feeling like I was recovering, but I still felt sick. After that, I had just kind of, sorry, I just kind of laid there and just kind of sulked in the pain that I was in. So it felt like my stomach was just not there. Like, kind of felt like bubbling, but not too bubbling. It's not like I was just like I wasn't. I can't really explain it. It was kind of like my stomach was churning a lot and like clenching, kind of like when you clench your teeth, but in your stomach, like someone was kind of biting my insides. After that, I had, not felt good for the remainder of the evening. Not even the evening, it was the morning. It was very early in the morning. It was around 7, 8-ish. Everyone left the house. My mom, my dad, they all went. And I had been in my room for quite some time, not feeling too well. I began to throw up. So I went to my restroom and threw up everything that I had from yesterday, and so on and so forth. I didn't eat that morning. I didn't even eat that evening. The night before, the day before, I guess. I had lunch around 12, and then after that, not a bite. So I was feeling very sick. Throwing up again. So I was laying on my bathroom floor because I always do that. I don't know why. It's a weird habit of mine. Because I felt like I needed to, throw up a big, big volume of it, and it just was not coming out. So I was just kind of waiting it out, trying to into get into that moment or that threshold of like, okay, I'm a puke. We're good. I'll be fine. Normally, if I feel bad, that's how I feel better. Throwing up. When I tell you it never came, it never came. I could not throw up how I wanted to. It finally hits me. Finally get it out. My mom had already been back. She brought me like all these diabetic supplies, some Pedialyte with no sugar, and then just little things that could help me, get electrolytes because I was feeling dehydrated. I looked like a dried up sponge, like a 6, 7-year-old sponge that should not have been there. And so, um, I was like, hey, like, I really don't feel well. I just don't feel well. I lay down because my mom was like, hey, like, get up, how are you feeling? Is everything okay? And I was just, chilling, for the time being. And I laid down. And as soon as I laid down, I felt like my lower back, it felt like someone just kind of like snapped something off or like just stabbed me and like twisted the knife. And after that, I was like, oh, I was like, damn, like what could that be? That's very painful. Why is that happening right now? After that, this is where it gets good. The other side begins to hurt. And I'm thinking, oh no, what could this be now? I don't get it. What's going on? So sorry. That was a big mistake. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so the other side starts to hurt. The other side of my lower back begins to hurt. At this point, I'm like, oh fuck, like this is not looking good. This is not looking good one bit. And my mom had offered like, hey, let's take you to the hospital. Let's take you to the hospital. You need to go. You need to go. So here I am thinking, you know what? I know my body. I shouldn't go to the hospital. I am, I'm okay. Like I'll be fine. It's all good. Um, it'll take me a few seconds to get, feel a little bit better, but I'll feel better. We started rushing to that, like, so once that lower back pain had started, I started, kind of thinking maybe I should go to the hospital. Maybe I should. After the second half of my back, like, the bottom part. So it was like 1 and 2 of my lower back. So once that's like other side of my back started, the other side of my lower back started hurting. That's when I decided, you know what, Mom, you're right. Let's go to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me. At that point, excuse me. At that point, all hell broke loose. My breathing got so heavy. I was like constantly through the whole drive to the hospital. I lived 45 minutes away from the hospital. We didn't even make it to the hospital. I actually died. But we took my dad's truck because my mom's car was acting a little funky. So we take my dad's truck and it goes, like trucks do, just normal. We start hitting one of our highways. After that, it just starts to like and starts to turn off in the middle of the road. And my mom's pushing the gas. It comes back on basically. And my mom starts to think like, we're not going to make it. It starts to settle in. Oh no, my son might not make it right now. I was thinking, oh, you know what? Let's find the near solution. I said, oh, let's go. Again, like I can't really talk at this point right now. I'm all good. But then at this point, I'm panicking too. I'm scared for my life. When I walked out to that truck and that sun hit me, my eyes were not dilating. I couldn't see anything. It was white. Like I could make shapes, but everything was white. And I was just in a kind of like in a trance. Like I just could not see. My eyes were just useless. I mean, I normally wear my glasses, of course, but I didn't fucking grab them whenever I was, you know, leaving for the hospital. I don't think anyone was. But yeah, so I go, or I'm riding in the truck, and we end up going to a Texas med clinic that was nearby. Like right when the truck started like messing up, uh, the Texas med clinic was like not even 5 minutes away from us. We go into the Texas med clinic. There's a few people ahead of us. I'm like in pain. I can barely sit. Like I had just sat down. When I got off the truck, again, eyes weren't dilating. I couldn't see a thing. I tripped over one of those parking French fries. And then I caught myself and then tripped over the sidewalk. I could not walk on my own. I couldn't see a single thing. After that, we walked into the Texas Med Clinic. I sat down, and normally whenever it's like this and I'm like dehydrated, I sit down and like I just want to stay there. And so I sat down, and boom, come on, sir, let's go to the back. So they picked me right back up. So I exerted all that energy getting back up. So I was just felt even more dehydrated. I just could not get a normal feeling for myself to like continue on with just walking, like just simple things that I could normally do without even thinking, breathing, walking, seeing. I couldn't do it. I didn't have my motor functions. I was literally just kind of just losing my sanity. After that, we had gone into the back room of the Texas Med Clinic, and they started instantly putting me on like IVs and started like hydrating me slowly but surely. In that span of being there, I asked for an ambulance to take me to the hospital just because I was thinking, hey, like maybe I should have something that can transport me and continuously give me fluids that I need to have. After that, it was just a long trip. I kept asking the Texas Med Clinic people, hey, is there something for pain? Is there something for pain? Is there something for pain? My back was killing me. I could not breathe. And the lady goes, oh, you know what? I can teach you a breathing method. I was like, okay, cool. It's going to be something different that I'm doing. She's like, into the nose, out through the mouth. Into the nose, out through the mouth. And I was like, You mean how I normally breathe? You mean how what I do every day? So I should just breathe normally, how I like how everyone usually breathes, and that'll make the pain go away. And she's like, well, it'll help like tolerate the pain. And I was like, you obviously don't know what I'm going through right now, because that is not going to help. I've been doing that this whole way here, and it is not helping me. Um, it is not helping me in any way, shape, or form. After that, right? After that, they tell me, oh, we have ibuprofen. I was like, honestly, give me like 30 of them. I don't care. Give me as many as you can. And they're like, okay, we'll go right now. They go, and they're about to grab it. Ambulance show up. And I was like, oh, thank God. Please take me away from here. They get me in the ambulance. And like, no, I definitely appreciate the fact that they got me in so fast, but they really couldn't do much. Like, there wasn't much that they were allowed to do. They only had a few, tools that they had at their disposal. Sorry. So after that, we get in the ambulance and we start heading to the hospital. They put, man, they put me in, and they got me with like 4 or 5 bags of IV fluid by the time I got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they put me on another like 4 bags right then and there. I probably went through like 15, maybe 12 bags of just IV fluids, electrolytes and stuff from the hospitals that day. They finally gave me like a what's it called? Like a pain tolerating medication. It wasn't morphine. It was the one below it, like fentanyl. No, I forgot what it was called, but it was just a little bit lower than the morphine. So as soon as that hit, so I was trying to make conversation with the ambulance people because I did not want to think about the I didn't want to think about the pain. So I was just kind of, coasting by, and I just I couldn't think straight. So I was just kind of, mumbo jumboing, making little jokes, trying to just get something out of these people. And so finally they were like, hey, like, we're going to put that pain medication now. And boom. Oh, man. The relief I felt. I can say it was the best feeling ever. I was in so much pain, could not breathe. I was panicking. My anxiety was through the roof. Everything. Like, I started to believe that I was not going to make it. And boom. There it was. That pain medication just made me feel a million times better. Just made me feel like I could do anything again. Like, I felt so good. I started talking more. I started just feeling all around better. After that, I get to the hospital, and they start giving me like other treatments, and they show up, they run blood tests real quick, and they tell me, Ramon, you are going through a DKA. And never in my life was I like, did that cross my mind. I really thought there was just something wrong with my body, or something I ate, or just something. It was not the fact that it was due to my diabetes. So, after that, I had just kind of I just kind of like was coasting after that. I felt like I was just kind of in a daze. I felt like my life was just a dream. It was so weird. Like, I've never been so like in shock. Like, I was really thinking that I was just, normal. Not normal, but like I knew I was diabetic. It's not like I didn't know, but like I thought I was just not feeling well. I thought I was just, oh, something I ate, oh, something, something small. And no, it was it was me dying. I was literally dying. I was so scared. When they told me that, I was like my mouth just dropped. I was like, a DKA? A DKA. Are you kidding me right now? Like, that's all I needed was a DKA. Um, and oh, such an ugly feeling. I had to stay there for 3 days. So I went in Tuesday. I got out Friday. No, I went Wednesday morning and I got out Friday. Um, my job was really understanding about it. They gave me a week off. I got bored, and so I went actually today. When I was supposed to go back Saturday for my rest and everything. Um, but they were very understanding and very helpful with me. Um, they were checking up on me constantly, but I'm not a very good texter. I can be, but I can't be at the same time. So I just kind of like didn't respond to anyone. And I'm sorry if anyone at the restaurant is listening. Love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Don't ever change. But your boy is 100% now. Well, 95% now. And I will tell you the story about why I'm like 95%, not 100. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So I don't know how long I've been talking about this because there's no timer and I didn't put a timer on. But I should probably do that. Let me see if I can put one on here. Why do I make my life so hard? Oh, you know what? I could probably find one right here. Oh, fuck. That's so wrong. Keyboard. But I love my girl. She da da da. Da da da. Oh, I should probably do a stopwatch, right? Yeah, that's what we'll do. That'll do, big. That'll do. All right. Now we got a timer. So we'll keep talking about this for like I don't even know how long. If I see an absurd time, then I'll just move to the next subject. But I feel like this is pretty interesting. But either way, excuse me, excuse me again. So I go into the not ICU, the ER. They give me more fluids. They tell me I'm gonna have a DK, and then they're like, "Hey, like we are going to move you to the ICU." The nurses were such nice people. Like they were all great. I don't think I've ever gone to the hospital that I went to and had a bad experience, but this probably wasn't the best experience I've had, but it wasn't a bad experience. Some stuff did go wrong, and we will get into that in a second. But I can't say, hey, I would never go there, yada yada yada. I actually really enjoy this hospital a lot. If I do ever have to go back to the hospital, which God forbids I do, I'm definitely going back there. I usually always go there. But either way, I go to the ICU and this girl comes in and her name was, I think, Ashley. I think. Because there's a nighttime Ashley. And that Ashley was fucking awesome. I loved her to death. She was so great. And in the 3 days that I got to talk to her, I fell in love with her. I wanted her to be my best friend. I wanted her to just like chill with me, grab a drink, like all that stuff. Cause she was so cool. She was just like so like just cool to talk to. She was like tell me like if you like do you need sleep? Like I can like not come and do this for like a little bit. And at the time I was already used to like it's the middle of the night, it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, hey, you know what? Like hey, it's fine. Like just come check my blood whenever you need to check my blood. She was like, I mean, I can check your blood. I can just put you out like a light. I was like, damn, like what's the street name for it? And she was like, no, don't worry, I'll make my own concoction. But it was just it was she was cool. She made it very easy in the nights. But I think so anyways, back to the first like nurse. It was this blonde girl and she, had a ponytail. She was, talking to me and she put the IV in and could not get blood out for some reason. And I was like, do I just want to have blood or like what's going on here? She calls in this other dude to come help her. And he comes in and just goes, I could literally drain this kid's body of blood right now if you wanted me to. How much blood do you need? And she was like, oh, I don't need that much. Just, get me my vials. And so he was trying to make jokes and he was like, oh, he's unresponsive. Oh, he's not cooperating. But I was just sitting there like, dude, I feel like I'm dying right now. Please just get my blood so I can feel better, so I can know what medications I need to get. After that IV started to like kind of hurt at that night. I told my nurse, Laura, because since I got put in like pretty early, it was a shift change and it was Laura. And I was like, hey, Laura, this hurts. Can you change it? Like on my left arm, it hurts. Like, can you change it? She was like, no, it's a good IV. I was like, okay, whatever. She starts putting antibiotics into the IV. And I was like, hey, like this really stings. This really hurts. Can you please change it for me? It is very painful. I don't want to feel this kind of pain right now. And she goes, oh, but it's still a good IV. Like I would have to change the whole thing. And I was like, yeah, that's the point. Like I don't feel good. It hurts. I need you to change it. And she goes, well, let me get a second opinion. Someone comes in with her and they're like, yeah, that's a good IV. And I was like, it hurts. Like, I mean, whatever, fine, whatever. Don't care. I go and I go on with my day and it's about the last it's Friday. I'm about to get out. It's about 4:00 or something like that. And I have this dude, I think his name was Eric, but I don't remember honestly. Like I can't remember. And I told him like, hey, like it hurts whenever you put stuff in my vein, like you're not in my veins, but in my IV. And he goes, why didn't you tell anyone? And I was like, sir, I did. I definitely did. I argued with someone like for 2 days already that it hurts. And he's like, here, let me see. And he puts saline, to flush it out. And he's like, if this hurts, like, let me know. And I was like, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And after that, he was like, okay, yeah, we need to change it. And I was like, okay, please, let's do that. So when we change it, my arm has not been the same. And like my vein on my arm is popping out like crazy. And it looks like it was just filled with like, I can't even explain it, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, that it's just so painful. And so they finally discharged me. And the doctor was like, oh, we really like your son. He's great. He's so sweet. We hope not to see him again, though. And I was like, same here. I really don't want to come back for the remainder of my life. I'm going to try to stay as healthy as possible. So with that being said, that was my trip to the hospital. And, got out, all that stuff. Surprisingly, the food was really good there for some reason. I don't know why. They had these tacos. Well, first of all, they had like breakfast tacos too. So they have like, little shitty tacos. But I always ordered the bean and cheese, like 2 of them. And then 2 like potato and egg the next day. The following day, like 2 bean and cheese again. But they're so good. Like, I don't know why. They're just like shitty little tacos. But they were so freaking bomb. And I think it was just because I was hungry. But the lunch and like dinner, I only ordered one thing, and it was the pulled pork tacos. And they were amazing. I don't know what it is about it. It's a shitty little flour tortilla. Like, not good. Not a great tortilla. But everything on the inside was so good. And on that little shitty tortilla, it was just to die for, basically. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm willing to take an L and die just so I can get admitted to that hospital, just so I can eat that food. My dad was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the most expensive taco you've ever had." And I was like, "It's worth every cent, Dad. It's worth every cent." But yeah, that was the trip to the hospital. Um, Now I'm on like a low carb diet. I can only eat about 90 carbs a day, 90 grams of carbs a day. So it's a little hard, I don't really get full, so I have to eat a lot. Um, and I'm just so sick of like not being able to eat normally. Like, I hate it. It's like, first of all, I'm starting to work out again. And it sucks because I can't gain weight with the diet I'm on. I lose weight very fast. And I just want to gain, I want to hit 145. And I will never hit 145 because, like, I've tried, like, the protein diets. I've tried, overeating. I've tried a, basically everything. Like, right now, I feel like I'm fat, but I still weigh, like, 135. Like, my body shape changed a little bit. I have more of a dad bod of it look-ish. But I don't think I don't even know, honestly. Like, I just can't gain weight. It's so hard for me to gain weight. And I wonder why. I've asked, those dudes at like GNC. I've asked the dudes at Rock, like that Rock's place, the discount workout stuff, the workout supplement place. And so they always tell me, oh, like, try this one. Oh, try this one. And so none of them are working. I even tried meal replacement, like protein shakes, just so I can get bulkier. My arms got bigger a little bit, but like, it's like a tad bit. But like, I can't I can't gain weight, and it sucks, man. It sucks. Uh, Either way, I digress. Your Honor, I digress. So right now the Clippers are up by 11 points, and I'm surprised because the Suns are always in that. Oh, there we go. It's gonna start. This is where it starts. Clippers are gonna choke their lead again. I honestly don't even know how they're here right now, how they even made it to this point in in good old what's it called? The Western Conference Finals. Don't know how they did it. Well, I mean, their defense is pretty good, but they collapsed so many times and they just pulled it out. Don't know how. But hopefully they don't make it to the finals, man. I'd be really sad if they did. I've noticed that like rebounding in NBA has gotten more aggressive, and I love it. Like, before, they would just kind of, let the ball come to them. The centers wouldn't really give it their all. But now, like with the playoffs and everything, like everyone's just smacking the shit out that ball, trying to like bounce it off of shit. I love that. I love the hustle. I love the tenacity. Devin Booker's wearing a mask right now, as you can see on that screen right there. Well, if you're watching video, I don't even know how to post video, honestly. I gotta figure that out. And I also want to post this one on iTunes, hopefully. It will be on Spotify for sure, but I gotta just rearrange some. Not even rearrange. I just gotta pay for the subscription so I can have more hours. That's why I haven't been posting as much as I'd like to. So that's why I missed a week or 2 weeks, I think. But as of now, I will be trying to post at least once a week. After that, yeah, I'm gonna be chilling, killing, making a living off, or hopefully trying to make a living off of this. But if I don't, it'll just be a hobby. That'll be fun too. I mean, I don't really mind. I really like learning how to do new things. But I also do like to do things for money. So I'm trying to get good at this. I can do this for money, but we'll definitely have to just see. Oh, well. I think I'm about to steal. I'm just in kind of a shock, man. Honestly, like I can't believe I went to the hospital. I don't like that for me one bit. But I'm just glad I'm out, honestly. I'm happy, I'm gone, I'm out. Just making myself like feel better. I'm not just in like in a slump anymore. I'm like, I got my insurance. I need to get a new car is what I need to do. It's gonna be tough. But oh well. I mean, we'll figure it out. I know I'll be okay. That was a little depressing. I'm sorry. I'll be fine. I'm great. I'm not depressed or anything. Well, at least I like to say I'm not, but you know how people are. Anyways, I've been watching My Hero. I'm all caught up again. I'm on episode 11. The Christmas episode was pretty great. I've been watching Loki. If you haven't watched Loki, I would recommend it. If you haven't watched any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, don't bother. But Loki is such a good show. It's so good. I'm so excited to see where they go from there. From where they're at right now. And it's just gonna be, it's weird. They got like a actress to play like Loki as well. And I'm just so confused about what is going on. Like they don't really explain the whole situation or like the gravity of everything. And I just want like to read ahead. I don't know what to read in this one. So like in manga, I always read ahead. You know what I mean? But in this one, I'm just like, what comic, what like arc do I go through? And so, ooh, there's a commercial for the 2022 Honda Civic. Gorgeous. Damn, that's a gorgeous car. Sharper handling. I want a Civic so bad. They're so nice. See ya, the all-new Civic Honda. But anyways, so I'm just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be like reading ahead. And it's hard because like there's so many different like arcs and like comic series for like all of that, which is hella annoying, first of all. But after that, like, it's just tough. I watched not Captain America. I watched The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. That one was okay. The last episode was kind of like, oh shit, like, it really has a message. It's a good message. Don't get me wrong. It's a great message. But I really wanted a little bit more action. I wanted to see like a cameo from someone. But they didn't have any cameos. Like what cameos I thought they were gonna have. Also, I mean, I think I talked about watching WandaVision in my last episode, but that show was great too. I want to see where that goes. When season 2 drops, oh, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, and also the new Rick and Morty season. Usually I talk about like anime, but like there's such good TV out right now. Like I can't even like watch my anime. I started Bungo Stray Dogs. Sorry. And it's pretty good so far. Next thing is fruit baskets. I've heard nothing but fruit baskets